Hello and welcome to INFO.streams, where we take you through our functions, features and services that we offer at APT SKIDATA and how you can use these to get the most out of your parking facility and give the best possible experience for your customers. If you've missed any of our previous sessions, you can check them out on the APT SKIDATA YouTube channel. Simply go onto YouTube and search APT SKIDATA and you will find all of our previous INFO.stream sessions there, as well as some additional contents. While you're there, if you could click subscribe and make sure that you never miss out on an INFO.stream again. If you'd like to follow us on social media, you can find us on Twitter at SKIDATA Parking, and you can find us on LinkedIn, APT SKIDATA Limited. In this session, we will be taking a look at automatic number plate recognition and how this can add incredible value to your parking operation. If you have any questions or any comments about this, please type them in the Q&A box. We will get to those we can answer at the end of the session. If you are watching this on YouTube, please put your questions or comments in the comments box below and we will answer those when we see them come in. Automatic number plate recognition, or ANPR for short, is a brilliant addition to any parking environment. By scanning and recording the vehicle's registration on entry and matching that to a parking transaction, you open up a whole world of features and functions within Parking.Logic. If you don't already have automatic number plate recognition at your facility, you're about to see 10 features that you are missing out on. If you do already have ANPR, don't sign off yet, as you may see some features you're not using and wish to implement. So let's take a look at 10 benefits of ANPR and how they can help your business. So without ANPR, the normal way of managing contract parkers is through something like this, a physical RFID card. This is used by the customer to enter and exit the facility. With ANPR in place, there is no need for this because they can just enter and exit the car park simply by their number plate being read by the ANPR camera. It gives them a true free flow experience, and it saves you the time of having to write the data to these and the cost of purchasing them. All of the same behaviours apply as if you had this. So if you wanted to restrict somebody to a car park or a certain time of the day, all of that can be done. As well as this, you can still use any paid for contract parkers, such as a discounted rate per day or personalised cash debit card, providing you have a touchscreen pay machine or chip and pin on exit so the payment can be made there. To allow this to work, it's quite simple when you are setting up the contract parker as normal. First of all, you need to make sure that you've entered a plate for them by clicking the license plate box up there and entering the plate. If they have multiple registrations, you can enter additional registrations in there. And then down the bottom under the Advanced tab, select License Plate Passage Permission. Save and exit, and now that user can get in and out of your car park without the need of a pass or anything else. If you don't want to do that, but you still want to utilize ANPR, it can be used to add an additional layer of security to your contract parkers. So by entering the reg as we said before, and then ticking the box verify license plate, it means that their physical pass can only be used with a vehicle that is registered against it. So the plate will be scanned. If the plate doesn't match the one registered against the card, it can't come through, adding another security check to your contract park. If you've spent any time in a car park control room, you will have no doubt heard the intercom sound and the person on the end say that they have lost their ticket. Very frustrating. Without automatic number plate recognition in place, there's only really two methods of dealing with this. Method one, faith and trust. You rely that the customer is telling you the correct time they came in, and then you manually calculate their fee for them. Option 2 is you charge for every lost ticket a fixed rate, which is typically the daily rate for the car park, and then you end up with a disgruntled customer on the end of the intercom because they pay more for their parking than they feel they should have to pay and originally planned to pay. These problems are solved by having automatic number plate recognition in place. Tickets are lost and they can simply be replaced from an automatic payment machine, an exit lane, or a manual pay station just by typing in the registration. To do this, simply right click on a device that they are at, select lost ticket via license plate, enter the registration number, capital letters, no spaces, click OK, and the machine will just produce a duplicate of their original ticket. So even if somebody picks up and finds the original ticket, they can't then use that anymore. Lost tickets are quicker, easier, more secure, and more convenient with automatic number plate recognition in place. Pre-booking is a great system you can offer to your customers, allowing them to reserve the parking before they entered the facility and paid for it, so they know they haven't got to worry about paying for their parking, and they know there's a space there for them when they get there. Without ANPR, this is normally managed by a print at home QR barcode or other barcode system. This means that the customer has to worry about having that barcode with them when they arrive. With ANPR, they can just drive in and out. Very simple, quick, easy way of dealing with your pre-booking. In our previous sessions, we looked at allowed passage via license plate, which meant that paid customers could just exit the car park if they had paid for their ticket without the need of having to put their ticket in. From Parking.Logic version 12 onwards, this feature is further expanded, meaning that if they arrive at the exit and they haven't paid, the fee is brought up on the device straight away without the need for them to enter their number plate. If you'd like to know how to set this up, please check out our info stream on settings to help with social distancing. When you have data in your system that includes a registration number and a parking transaction matched together, your ability to analyse behaviours within the car park become far greater. You can look at individual movements and passages just on number plate. So queries relating to parking transactions can be found a lot easier. As well as this, it gives you additional things that you can monitor, such as long duration parked vehicles and frequent visitors. None of this data is easily achievable without ANPR in place. Additionally, if you use our emissions evaluation service, you can not only review how environmentally friendly users to your car park are, but if you choose to, you can even offer automatic discounts to those that are entering your car park with vehicles with more green credentials. So for example, somebody coming in driving an electric vehicle at zero emissions would pay less than somebody driving a gas guzzling 4x4. Sneak-throughs or tailgating, where somebody follows another paid vehicle through the barrier to avoid payment, are very frustrating. It's essentially somebody coming into your business and stealing from you. We've always had in the system the ability to report on when these events happen, but from Parking.Logic version 14 with ANPR in place, these reports are expanded. You can now not only find out when it happened, but you can find out the registration of the offending vehicle, and you can track their entire behaviours within your car park and calculate the exact outstanding amounts, allowing you to take follow-up action if you wish to. With number plate recognition in place, you have the option to specify certain behaviours when a vehicle enters the car park by recording it in a database, or a watch list as they're also known. This can be either an alert, which could be a visual alert on the PC, an audible alarm, or even an SMS or email notification, meaning that you get notified when certain vehicles come in. For example, vehicles which we have previously observed tailgating at the car park. You could also use this for if you have VIPs that you want to know when they've entered the car park, or those frequent visitors that we were talking about in the previous reports. As well as this, you can choose to deny people entry altogether. So once that plate is scanned, they cannot press the button and take a ticket. With all the various reporting, tracing and alerting methods available in ANPR, it's quite easy to see how this can help in crime prevention. At some point, a criminal will enter your car park, be that just to park their car, or they may be entering your car park specifically for criminal activity. By having these data and functions available and working with police and other local authorities, you have the option to report on their movements and control behaviours on that, such as alerts, an example. It has been known where quite serious criminal activity has only been prosecuted because of data from automatic number plate recognition within a private car park. So it's a great way of helping to keep crime down and out of your car park. With ANPR, it is actually possible to remotely validate simply by typing that registration into a web browser or PC interface using SWEB Validate. This replaces the manual stamp function or follow-up tickets. It's a great solution for businesses that you would have a discounted deal with, for example, hotels, shops, gyms, cinemas. The scenario would be in a hotel, somebody arrives at the hotel that has parked in your car park, checks in, gives the receptionist their registration details. The receptionist types that in a browser, clicks OK, and the discount is immediately applied to the ticket. And of course, something you simply cannot do without automatic number plate recognition is go fully ticketless. This is only possible with ANPR in place. But going fully ticketless means that you reduce your ticket production and you get a far easier parking facility to manage. So as you can see with these 10 examples, it's easy to see that there are huge benefits to having ANPR at your parking facility. In some of our future sessions, we will look at some of these benefits in far more depth and how to set them up. Now let's head over to Roseanne, who has been looking through your questions. What questions have we got for today, Roseanne?
How many vehicles can each user have, and can you limit their access?
Brilliant. So on the latest versions of Parking.Logic, you can have up to 9 registrations registered against an individual user. And you can still put any restriction on them that you wanted to put on with a physical pass. So you could restrict the car park, you could restrict the times they come in or out. You can put all of the passback restrictions in place, and you can restrict them to anything you want, really. Anything you wanted to restrict them to before, you can still restrict them to now.
How does GDPR affect ANPR?
So yes, obviously this is quite a concern. If you're storing number plate recognition data, you're storing people's movements in the car park, there are GDPR concerns with that. There are a number of functions in Parking.Logic that can help with this, and training team are always here to support. If you have any questions relating to that, just get in touch with us, we can go through those.
Can you link Parking.Logic directly to the police?
Yep, we spoke about crime prevention and how it can help, and being able to share that data with the police easy is a great benefit. So this can be done via interfaces where the data is just exported to the police, or we've seen scenarios where camera feeds have been taken directly from the camera and fed into the police's software. So there's no actual physical connection other than they get the video stream. So these are all possible. Again, speak to our sales team if you want to look at anything like that. So I'd like to thank you for the questions and thank you for joining today. If you have any further questions about operation or setup of your car park, please contact training@aptskidata.co.uk. We'll be happy to help. If you have any queries on our products or services, contact sales@aptskidata.co.uk.